SA Sports Show. He's a very special guest.
Yeah,
a very, very special
one.
guest.
Yeah, our producer.
We've snuck that in.
Yeah, our producer nailed him. Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Introduce Alex Curtin. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate.
First of all, congratulations. Doing so well as what you're doing, and having him as your dad, basically. I mean, I think that's an A+ just in itself. So well done.
Yeah, good to be here.
What about the footage that we've just seen? You hitting the ball left hand, right hand, unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not sure how I have the knack to do it, but I have somehow I'm able to mirror image myself left-handed, I guess.
So how did you know that you could do something like that? I mean, I struggled using the different brush. If I had to go the other hand using the brush in my hand, never mind hitting the golf, swinging the golf club.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on a practice fairway and a practice net, and you sometimes get bored of doing it right-handed, so you just pull another one of the fellas' clubs out and have a go, and sure enough, I could hit it nearly the same. So
because you've got a mate that's left-handed as well,
yes. So
you challenged him one day to a left-handed game and whatever, and knocked him off, which was amazing. But that footage, for some reason, got banned.
Yeah, so about 8 months after I uploaded it, I got a message from Facebook saying PGA Tour have copyrighted that footage, so they pulled it down.
Wow. Okay.
So that was interesting. I'm not sure. I think it's got something to do with Cam Davis, who's obviously
who did the same thing.
Yeah, he was doing the same thing. So they got wind of it and
were you hitting
down.
further than he was though?
Or maybe.
That's right.
But it is incredible footage for sure.
Now let's get down to some serious business. Favourites for the Simpson Cup, the Vines, which you're a part of, and you just missed out in the playoffs.
Yeah, look, we started the year with high hopes, coming off a grand final loss to Kooyonga the year before, where we all performed really well, and just didn't really get the ball rolling this year. It's one of those things. Golf is a momentum game, and we sort of didn't get out the blocks, and then you're chasing your tail for the rest of the year, and it's a tough competition. So unfortunately, just missed out on the playoffs.
And the thing about the season with the Vines is every club gets to host one round.
Right.
So you get to host a round. So the Vines will play at home, and that was the only round that got washed away.
Yeah.
So they didn't get a chance to have their home game. So that can hurt you in the end as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think I watched a lot of the Simpson Cup. I don't think the Vines were good enough in the end. They didn't play well enough to make the finals, to make the playoffs.
Yeah, which is spot on,
Because it's interesting with that, we'll go to sort of Cameron Smith, who had that really average third day, and we all saw the news articles where he was digging himself out of the woods and the sand, and then the next day everything just went absolutely perfect. And it must be such a fine line when it comes to swinging that golf club.
Absolutely. Again, it's a momentum game. Cam obviously had that bit of a stumble in the third round, but I think he's just got a lot of belief, Cam, and obviously talent to go with it. But was able to get it done on that final day, which was pretty special.
Yeah, some interesting stats on Cameron Smith.
I was just sort of prying into a few of his stats the other day, and 28 years old, second in the world right now, $27 million in earnings, been a pro since 2013. Wow. 2 international victories, he's just, he's onwards and upwards, Cam. Yeah.
Second best mullet too, apparently, he's got.
Well, that's debatable.
Second best.
Yeah, good point, Andrew.
And now you work at the Vines. What's your role there?
So I'm junior coordinator in operations at the Vines Golf Club of Ranella. Things are starting to kick off there. We've got some term 3 clinics starting this week on Thursday, which has basically all been put up by Big Billy Threadgold.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Air Diffusion Agency. So, he's got the ball rolling there. So we've got, a good crew to work with down there now. So it's exciting.
Your dad's a very famous cricketer. As a kid, I was watching him. They used to televise state cricket. Virtually every test, wasn't it?
Yeah,
every test.
Game, yeah.
I know you love cricket and you loved your footy. How'd you end up, getting into the golfing world?
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, I obviously played a fair bit as a very young kid, sort of 3, 4, 5 years old, but sort of took up cricket because Dad was a cricketer, and I was pretty obsessed with that game for a long time. But I picked the clubs up again when I was about 13, I think, and just fell in love with it straight away.
Did you balance both of them at one stage? You still played cricket at, your state levels and all that sort of stuff, and you were still focusing on golf. That would have been pretty difficult, though.
Yeah, that was tough. Because golf requires, as does cricket, it requires your full attention. So sort of juggling those two things, and maybe I wasn't progressing, how I should. So I do remember waking up one day and just thinking, I'm not going to play cricket anymore, and I thought that's going to be a pretty tough conversation with Dad.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But as soon as I said, look, I'm going to go head first at golf, he was happy as Larry. So yeah, the rest is history.
Well, I think it got down to Alex was named in the state under-15 squad in the cricket.
Yep,
and then
that's right.
At the same time, I think the Australian Junior Masters was about to be played at Royal Adelaide.
Yep.
And I think they clashed somewhere. There was a clash in there.
Yeah.
And we just gave Alex the opportunity to make his own decision. Yeah, which way you want to go. You want to go to the cricket, you want to go to the golf. It didn't worry me either way, but...
Your best day on a golf course, what are we looking at?
It's 65 round Royal Adelaide, probably about 8 years ago when it was a par 73.
Wow.
Sorry,
that was a par 73.
Yeah, that was back on its old traditional.
And you've hit a 65.
Yeah, and had 65 round there.
That's a wonderful
But
day.
you were also, Alex played at Royal Adelaide Alex was a member of Royal Adelaide for quite some time and won the club championship there. But he started his junior career at the Vines.
Yep.
So he's the progression back and whatever, and it's a great club.
Oh, it's brilliant.
It's a fantastic club, and they've got a lot of great people, and they really do. And they got a good program, good junior program, which is they tell me is full.
Yep, capacity now. So
you're at capacity.
Look, we're always going to excite new people coming in anyway, but it's been very busy. So
do you think Cameron Smith has really gained that momentum as well? I mean, that was just so spectacular that for him to. It was like an Australian warrior, wasn't he? Like he was down and out, and he just dug himself out of it, and won the Open. Do you think that's going to have a really good follow-on effect as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Australians are known to be fairly good on the sandbelt style courses. So, it did suit Cam down there, I think. But, watching him scramble in that last round, which is, holding putts, up and downs, that's where you win golf tournaments, and I think that's what separated him in the end.
Are you also a crazy Port supporter, like your dad?
Yeah, 100%. Through and through.
As bad as your dad?
Yeah, really? Bad, yeah.
Oh, no, really? Well, I think it's fantastic. Your dad's crazy Port supporter, let me tell you. Thanks so much for coming. I really enjoyed chatting with you, and congratulations on your achievements, and you've got so much to go,
Absolutely.
so much ahead of you. Fantastic.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back after the break.